Welcome to Lesson 26, Cleaning Validation Overview. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at what is cleaning validation, what are the critical cleaning attributes, what is cleaning verification, what do cleaning and the regulators say, and what is some further reading for you. What is cleaning validation? So you'll see in these presentations it's often called CLV. Cleaning validation is documented evidence to assure that a cleaning process consistently removes residues from equipment to a predetermined level, to assure that the quality of the next product manufactured in the equipment by preventing contamination and cross-contamination. There are three phases for the development and confirmation of effective cleaning procedures. First is assessment of the risk. Second is validation of the cleaning procedure. And third is development of monitoring procedures. This is an example of an assessment of risk using the ICH Q9 Quality Risk Management tool. So what they've done here is they've looked at the location of certain pieces of equipment, and they have looked at the risk of occurrence, the risk of detecting or not detecting a problem if it was to occur in relation to cleaning, and they have given each of those a risk prioritization ranking. So this is a tool that is often used in cleaning to put your energies where they are most needed and to make sure that areas of biggest risk are being managed appropriately. Cleaning validation is one of 5 types of validation. There is equipment, utilities validation or qualification, process validation, cleaning validation, QC and analytical method validation, and computer systems validation. Where is cleaning validation required? At a minimum, cleaning validation is required for all stages of the manufacturing process where there is a potential for cross-contamination to occur. It's considered especially important in a multi-product facility where there are a number of products being manufactured. Why do we need to clean? Well, number one, to protect the product integrity by removing contaminants. And contaminants can be things like detergent, other excipients, media residues, and cross-contamination from other products. It can even be things like shearing from pieces of metal particles or filings that you might get from your agitator. It can be pieces of dirt or dust. It can be insects. It can be any of those things. Because we need to reuse equipment and because it's a regulatory requirement. Critical cleaning attributes. So these are the chemical, physical or microbiological properties or characteristics that should be within an appropriate limit, range or distribution to ensure the desired product quality. They define what needs to be achieved in cleaning in order to show that the equipment can be used for another product. Visually clean is the minimum expectation and it is always included. Other critical cleaning attributes include product residue, cleaning agent residue and microbial count, for example. Cleaning issues are often found in regulatory inspections, and the regulators would have a very good indication from a site as to how their quality systems are in control based on how they manage their cleaning practices. So these are some deficiencies that were recently found by the HPRA, the Irish regulatory body. Cleaning procedures not in place, cleaning procedures lacking sufficient detail, cleaning records lacking in detail, cleaning procedures being ineffective, dirty and clean equipment hold times not being correctly established or validated, times not evaluated or followed. Equipment with clean status was not visually clean. Cleaning validation was not performed or was missing key elements, so for example, detergent residue studies or new product introduction or assay method validation, etc. Validation versus verification. Cleaning validation is proving that the cleaning method is consistent and effective. Cleaning verification is checking at the end of a cleaning that the cleaning procedure was effective. Verification is part of validation. Why do we need to validate cleaning procedures? Cleaning validation confirms the reproducibility and the efficiency of cleaning procedures. A cleaning validation plan and its execution should demonstrate that the quality features built into facilities, equipment, utilities, and cleaning processes operate consistently and reliably. Why do we need to validate cleaning procedures? Cleaning validation is required by the GMP regulations. Cleaning is performed to remove product and non-product contaminating materials which could affect patient health and/or the quality of the medicines being produced. Cleaning validation and the regulators. So there are a lot of different places where cleaning validation is mentioned in the regulations. There's just a couple here to mention in particular. 1. From the World Health Organization, particular attention should be accorded to the validation of cleaning procedures. Cleaning validation should be performed in order to confirm the effectiveness of a cleaning procedure. The data should support a conclusion that residues have been reduced to an acceptable level. And that's from the FDA. The 21 CFRs 21167 GMPs require the equipment of cleaning and maintenance. And equipment and utensils shall be cleaned, maintained and sanitized at appropriate intervals to prevent contamination that would alter the safety, identity, strength, quality or purity of the drug product. Contamination risk. So if we look down our list here, for a fully product dedicated facility, so where you're manufacturing one single product, the risk of contamination is greatly decreased because you're not worrying, you might be worrying about residues from detergents, dirt or dust, anything like that from getting in, but you won't be worried about other products. There is a dedicated area within a facility, so it's semi-dedicated. Again, your risk is slightly increasing. There is a potential for crossover somewhere along the lines if there was a mix-up, a contamination or an error. And where you've got a multi-product facility, you've got a higher risk again because you don't have dedicated equipment or process lines, and here your cleaning procedures need to be very robust. Certain products, for example penicillin, because people are highly allergic to it, must be manufactured in dedicated facilities, so anything with high toxicity would need to be treated differently. Elements of a cleaning validation. So you've got your cleaning strategy, you have your cleaning process method, your standard operating procedure, your sampling method, your analytical method, your establishment of your limits and your acceptance criteria, and your documentation. So in some of our lessons coming up, we're going to be talking about our cleaning strategy and our process and documentation in relation to cleaning validation. In our previous lesson, we've already talked about analytical method validation and the use of those. We will also be talking about the establishment of limits and acceptance criteria for your cleaning validation. Typical cleaning SOP contents. So it probably would go into detail about the disassembly or the reassembly instructions of any parts or components that might be associated with the piece of equipment or the production line. There would probably be load diagrams if you were talking about a dishwasher or an autoclave or anything like that. Your procedure will go through the steps that are involved, the method that you will need to use, the volume of liquid and what type of liquid you will be using for cleaning, what cleaning agents you'll be using, the pH, concentration, temperature, etc. for your cleaning processes. Critical monitoring points, where you're going to be taking your samples from or doing your swabbing from. Cleaning verification testing, how you're going to verify that your cleaning worked, what tests you will be required to run or do. The acceptance criteria, so are you looking for a visual clean, or are you looking for a particular acceptance result? That will be specified in your SOP. Holding times, so we need to establish as well, once we clean a piece of equipment, how long can we leave it sitting clean before it needs to be re-cleaned or used. And also then the hold times between a dirty time. So if you can imagine you have your porridge in the morning, if you wash your bowl straight away, it's generally not too difficult to wash. If you've left it sitting there for the entire day and you come back in the evening, it's a whole different ballgame trying to clean it at that stage. So there is a particular hold time that we are allowed to leave things dirty for before they are cleaned, because it does affect the cleaning process, and that again would be part of your validation. What are the documentation requirements in relation to your cleaning process? Do you need to put a label on it? Do you need to complete a logbook, etc.? The information could often be captured in a validation protocol if you are doing a cleaning process that isn't routine. If it's routine, it would probably be in your SOP. Here are a couple of references of interesting articles and sites that you could have a look at in relation to cleaning validation. An area of particular interest is to have a look at the Udrelex Volume 4, the Medicinal Products, Annex 15. If you look at Subpart 10 there's a lot of details in relation to cleaning validation, and it's well worth having a read of. They will be in your appendix section attached to this document. So over to you. What is cleaning validation? Why do we clean? What is the difference between cleaning validation and verification? Thank you very much for your time. We'll see you again for the next one.